Here's a quick look at the market for Thursday, April the 30th, 2009, through the eyes of eMiniDayTrader. This is a shortened version of the video that's placed on our members' website each night. That usually lasts about 20 minutes. This usually lasts about 5 minutes and it only includes 3 charts. The other one is obviously in much more detail. But taking a look here, we can get an overview of the market and how we felt. These are the profiles from the overnight session that I'm circling right now. So that's the last 2 overnight sessions. So this is what occurred today in the regular trading hours. This is what occurred yesterday in the regular trading hours. So yesterday, of course, was the FOMC. The market went up there and was rejected, came back down, had a fairly good rejection off of the high, and somewhat of a bearish kind of close. Not bearish in the sense that it was a good rejection off the high, not that we were expecting follow through, a lot of follow through lower. We were looking at the area in around 68, 67 as potential support, and you can see that the market had a very strong rally overnight. Certainly a bit of a surprise to me. We were looking at potential resistance in this area. It did top out initially here, but then later in the session had a nice move higher and made new highs based on this swing auction that in essence has been going on since since the first week in March, so for about 7-8 weeks. So the fact that it did that was really certainly from a logical standpoint, it said to us that watch out for continuation today. This could be the start of another strong leg up. And of course, our next area of likely resistance is, I think, around the 940 area. So it's obviously got a ways to go. But the market couldn't muster that up. Instead, it turned around and was mostly controlled by sellers for the entire day. And so I've mentioned this price around 870. We seem to keep testing it. Tested it again today, and we can see here too that on our individual day profile, so these are the day session only, you can see we actually ended up by closing down here, which was lower than yesterday's close, and so that's a pretty bearish development. So I am expecting some follow through lower. However, if it can't get below around about the 63, 64 area for whatever reason, then it's likely to have another leg up, or at least a move up, not a leg up, but at least some sort of lift in the day time frame tomorrow. So that's obviously something we want to continue to monitor. As far as our trades were concerned today, we only ended up with 4 trades today. The first trade that we had was a short after we had these shaded areas in here and a deceleration bar we got short. It only moved a point in our favor. Did so right away, and then we ended up with a break even on that trade. We didn't actually get another opportunity to get into a short or into our next trade, I should say, until the market had sold off quite a bit. So once again down here, deceleration and another short trade, and that was a really nice trade. It had a good leg down on the daytime frame and was nicely profitable for us. We were stopped out of that here on the final partial, and the gain on that final partial was around 4 points. As the market started to lift, we shorted again. It did move in our favor once again 1 point, so we ended up with a break even. We did have another trade as the market backed off here. We decided to get in on the long side right in here, and that had a very nice move for us. That also moved just shy of actually 5 points exactly. It moved in our favor, and so we were able to take a nice profit out of that. We had a simultaneous trade trigger us along here as well, but we were already in the trade. So we only ended up with the 4 trades today, and 2 break even and 2 made a very nice profit for us. And so that was, according to our system, those were the only trades that were taken today. So on the whole, a nicely profitable day in a market that was a little bit surprising in the strength of the sell-off, but the market could spend quite a bit of time banging back and forth around 870 before it finally figures out which way it wants to go, whether that's up or down. But it's certainly giving this 870 area a good test. After all, today we got 15 points above that and then came right back down and closed below it. So it's given it a really good test, and we'll just have to keep monitoring to see if we can get any follow through lower vis-a-vis those areas of potential support I was mentioning. If the market were to rally, we're looking at around 875, 877 as a resistance area going into tomorrow. Likely resistance in around this area going into trade tomorrow. So that's a quick look at the market for Thursday, April the 30th, 2009. And by the way, if you have any interest in learning more about us, just contact us at info@eMiniDayTrader.com. Thanks.